everybody, it's Janelle from Yarn Necklaces, and I'm back with another fun and easy crochet tutorial. So today we're going to make this cute little bucket hat, and bucket hats are really trendy right now. And for this one, I used 2 strands of yarn to crochet it, so that way it goes a little bit faster. So let's go on over to my table and I'll show you what you need to get started. The supplies you're going to need are some acrylic worsted weight yarn. I'm using a USK 10.5 6.5 millimeter crochet hook and a scissors. And for this project, now like I said on the bucket hat, we are going to be using 2 strands of yarn throughout the whole thing. So what I did on this one, basically have the main color as black and the accent color as blue and like a variegated blue and purple. So for the black one, the way I did 2 strands was I used both ends of the yarn. And then for this one, I think I'm going to make it a little bit easier on myself and do just 2 colors for the main color and 2 colors for the accent color. Because it's a little bit tricky just to be using both sides of the yarn. It kind of gets twisted and stuff. So let's make it easy. But you can customize this however you want. Like on here, I use the main color here, and then I have a few places where I have the accent. You could even do like different colors here, 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 and here if you want to do it that way. Just plan out how you want your hat to look, and then figure out what yarns you need and go from there. So these 2 are going to be our main color. So I'm going to set these 2 aside for right now. So you want to put these 2 strands together, and you're going to crochet them together the whole time. So we're going to make a slip knot. And then from there, chain 4. So you want to insert your hook in that first chain you made. And then you're going to do a slip knot. So we're just going to yarn over and pull through that one and this one. So you see we have a little hole here. That's where we're going to crochet into. And we're going to do 16 stitches all the way around. And the first one is going to be just a chain 3. That's going to count as our first double crochet. And then from there, you want to crochet into this little hole 16, actually 15, because you already did 1, 15 double crochets. And I like to crochet over this little tail. That way I don't have to cut it off at the end. Or I just cut off a little bit and don't have to tuck in the ends. And while you're crocheting this, make sure you're pulling up both loops, both colors at the same time. And you'll probably get to a point where it's getting a little tight, so you can kind of push this back, and then you'll have a little bit more to crochet over right here. So from here, we're actually going to switch into our accent color. I'm going to use these 2 for my accent. I'm just going to leave these strands on here, and then because we're going to come right back to these after we do this round. But if you want, you can cut this off and then tuck it in later. So what we're going to do is insert our hook in that 3rd chain that we made at the very beginning. And then we're going to pull up a loop with this yarn. And then you want to tighten this just a little bit so it gets kind of pulled out of shape. There we go. And then for this round, we're going to insert our hook in between our double crochets. So for this one, I'm going to insert my hook in between that chain 3 and this double crochet here. So right in the middle. Like that. So you're not going to crochet into like normally into like the loops on top. You're going to do the middle part right here, like in between the 2 crochets. So we're going to just do a little slip stitch right there and then pull on that to make it tight. and then a chain 3. You can see I have that little space right there. So that's going to count as the first double crochet. Now you're going to do 3 more in this space here. And then what you're going to do is skip 2 double crochets. So this is just our chain 3 space, so that's going to count. And then we're going to skip this one, and then we're going to this section here. And then we're going to do 4 double crochets in that section. And then you want to keep going around like this, so it's going to be 4 in each section until you get to the end, and it's going to make 32 stitches. At this point, we're going to check our gauge. So right now, this little circle should be about 4 inches in diameter. That's about where you should be. So if you're a little bit smaller, a little bit bigger, you may want to adjust your tension or your hook or whatever you need to do to get it to about 4 inches in diameter. So that way you have the right size when you're finished. And now we're going to switch back over to our main color. And same thing, you can cut this off if you want, or you can just leave it on. I think I'm just going to leave it on because we'll come back to it in just a few rows. What we'll do to join that is pretty much the same thing. We're just going to insert our hook into that 3rd chain and yarn over and pull through to make a slip stitch. And then we can kind of tighten this. And then chain 1, and then what you're going to do is just single crochet just normally in each of these double crochets. So the first one we have is that chain 3 that we made at the beginning of the last round, and you do want to do a single crochet over that also. So just 1 single crochet in each of these, all the way around. So it'll be a total of 32 single crochets underneath the back 2 strands of yarn like this. And then you do 1 single crochet. And we're going to do back loop only the whole way around. So we're going to do actually 3 single crochets. And then for that next single crochet, we're going to increase. So we're going to do 2 single crochets in that next one. And then you'll start over from here. So we'll do 1 single crochet in this one. And then 1 single crochet. And make sure you're doing the 2 back loops only. In that 3rd single crochet. And then this one we'll do 2. In that single crochet, just like that. So continue that pattern all the way around and you'll end up with 40 single crochets total. So I've just completed that round. We're going to stick with our main color and do 1 slip stitch. We're going to go back to our normal 2 loops or 4 loops if you want to look at it that way. Go underneath all of that right there and then do a slip stitch, pull it a little bit tight, and then we're going to chain 3. We're going to go back to doing double crochets. So we're going to do 1 double crochet in each stitch all the way around, and this one will count as the first double crochet. So you can go to your next single crochet to start that next one. So this round will be a total of 40 double crochets. Just 1 in each stitch. So when you get to the end of that round, make sure you count them and you have 40 stitches total. It's going to look like you have 1 more here, but that one is actually the one for the chain 3. So we're going to go ahead and join right here using a slip stitch. And just pull it tight and then do a chain 3. We're going to continue on doing more double crochets, but we're going to do a little bit of an increase. So we're going to do it, do 4 double crochets and then 1 increase. So this is going to count as our first double crochet. We'll go into the next one and do 4 total. And make sure you're going under both of those, well, all 4 loops. We're not doing back loop only, we're just doing regular crochet. So this one is going to be the one where we increase. So we're going to do 2 double crochets. And then we're going to do 4 again. And then another increase. So we just do 2 double crochets in that same stitch. So then you'll just continue all the way around doing the same thing until you get to the end. And then I'll show you what to do next. And then your last stitch, you're going to finish off with 2 double crochets. So then you should have 48 total stitches, including this chain 3 right here. So go ahead and count them, make sure you have 48. For our next round, we're going to start on our shell pattern and we're going to switch to our accent color. This one here. So we're going to do a slip stitch in that 3rd chain and just join this round with our accent color. And then just pull your main color and just pull it tight. So now we're going to do 1 single crochet in that same space. So make sure you're still in that chain 3 space and not in your next double crochet. So go into here and do 1 single crochet. Then we're going to skip the next 2 double crochets and go into the 3rd double crochet, and we're going to do 5 double crochets into this one here. So 1, 2, we're going to skip these 2 and go into this one, just like normal, no back loops or anything. And we're going to do 5 double crochets. Three, 4, and 5. Then we're going to skip 2 again. Make sure you're skipping the next one. So this is the crochet that we crocheted into for the 5. This is our next one here. So skip this one and skip this one. And then we're going to single crochet in this one here. So we're skipping 2 each time. And then we're alternating 5 double crochets and single crochet. So the next one will be 5 double crochets. And you'll just keep repeating this pattern all the way around. And keep going from there, and I'll meet you back when we're finished over here. So we just finished up that round, and we did 8 total of these little fans or shells, whatever you want to call them. Now we're going to switch back to our other color, our main color, and to do that, we're going to insert our hook into that single crochet. So as you can see, you did a chain here. This is your single crochet here. So you want to insert your hook into that one, yarn over with your main color and pull through, and then you're going to yarn over again and pull through both of those, just like that. And then this one is a little loose, so we're going to pull on that accent color just to make it a little bit tighter. There's no little gaps and stuff in there. And then from there, you're going to do a chain 3. This is going to count as our first double crochet. And then we're going to do another 4 double crochets in the same stitch. And this is going to make our little fan pattern that we were doing earlier. So this is basically the same thing we just did, but just with the main color. So we got the chain 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 double crochets. Now we're going to skip 2 like we did before, so 1, 2, and then we're going to go into this middle double crochet. So you see how you have the 5 here? You're always going to crochet into that middle one here. And we're going to do 1 single crochet. And then you're going to go again and do 5 double crochets into the single crochet down here. So like again, we're skipping 2, 1, 2, and go into the single crochet. And then do your single crochet on the top right here. We're going to skip 2, 1, 2, and go right here. And then just go all the way around, just doing that same pattern. You're going to have another 8 of these. So the 1, 2, and then do another 6. And then we'll join when we get back over here. And we just completed that next round. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to join and then switch back to our accent color. So doing the same thing, we're going to go into our chain 3 space and then yarn over with the accent color, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through both. And then just pull that main color tight so we don't have any gaps here. And then we're going to chain 3 and then double crochet into that same space, and we're going to do 4 double crochets because we're already counting the chain 3 as a double crochet. So we're going to do the same thing and skip 2 and go into that top one here and do 1 single crochet, and then skip 2 and do our 5 double crochet into that single crochet. So same thing, just keep going around until you get to the end of this round. And now we're ready to end that round, so we want to join this to here and also switch back to our main color. So we're going to insert our hook on that top double crochet and then also insert our hook into this chain 3 space wherever you can do it. And then we're going to yarn over with our main color. So yarn over, pull through that, and then do a single crochet right here. And then you can pull this tight. Then we're going to chain 3 for our next round. 1, 2, 3. And then same thing, you kind of want to open this up a little bit. You can drop that yarn. And then we want to double crochet into this spot here. And do a total of 5, including that chain 3, so really just 4 double crochets in the chain 3. Then go over here, do your single crochet, and then of course just keep going around just the same as you did the last 3 rows. And then after that one, we're going to switch it up. So now we're back here, we're just going to join this to here. So we're going to insert our hook on the top, and then in that 3rd chain, and then we're just going to do a slip stitch through the whole thing because we don't need to change colors this time. So there's our slip stitch. Then we're going to do double crochets throughout the whole thing, just 1 double crochet in each stitch. So I'm going to start with my chain 3. So that'll count as my first one, and it'll be a total of 48 double crochets. So there's my first one. We're going to kind of pull this over so you can see this would have been our single crochet. So you want to start in this one here. This is our chain 3 right here. So we're going to do 1 right here. It's kind of hard to figure out where to put your hook, but just do the best you can. As long as you have the correct number of double crochets, you're good. So there's our first double crochet, second one here. And then from here it should be easy. Just do a double crochet in each of these stitches and just keep going around till you get to the end. 1 double crochet in each stitch.
And one last double crochet right here. That will complete our round. And then we're going to join that third chain, and we're going to pull up our contrasting color here. Just do a slip stitch. And with this round, we're going to do an increase. So we're going to start out by just doing a chain and a single crochet in that same spot. Do one single crochet right here. And then we're going to do another single crochet the next one. And then for this one, the third stitch over, we're going to do 2 single crochets. So, and we're going to repeat that. It's going to be 1 and 1 and then 2 in that next one. And then 1, 1, and 2 in the next one. And just keep going all the way around like that. And you'll end up with 64 single crochets. So we're going to finish off with 2 single crochets in that next stitch. And that will be a total of 64 single crochets. Then we're going to join here, and this next round we're going to do double crochets and increase, and we're also going to do back loop only, and we're going to switch colors too. So lots of things going on here. So let's switch colors. We'll go back to our main color. So we're going to insert our hook into that first single crochet. So skip that chain that we made here. This is the chain. Let's go into that single crochet, back loop only. So you want to have just 2 strands of yarn on here for the back loop. And then we're going to just do a slip knot, and then just pull that other color tight. And we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. And then that's going to count as our first double crochet. Then the next one, go in the back loop only. Do our next double crochet, and next one we'll do a total of 4, and of course that chain 3 is counting as 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That next one, back loop only, still whole way around back loop only. We're going to do 2. So there's your increase. And then start over again in the next single crochet. So we're going to do a double, and then that's our second one. There's 3 and 4, and then that next one we'll do 2. And then just go around the same way as we normally do. Just continue that pattern. We do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 in that next one. So I just did my last increase right here. This is 72 double crochets. And then we're going to do 3 more. And then I'm going to join again using the third chain. Do 1 slip stitch. And then our next round we're going to do half double crochets. So with that one I just need to chain 2 instead of 3. Chain 2, and then I'm going to do a half double crochet in this next stitch. So just yarn over, insert your hook, and yarn over again, pull up a loop, and then yarn over and pull all the way through. And I'll show you that again. So that's your half double. So just do one in each stitch and all the way around, and then you'll actually do one more row of that same thing. So when you get back to here, just join right here, chain 2, and then keep going for one more round. I just finished the first round of the half double crochet, and I'm going to connect it here at the chain 2 space on the very top, which will be right here, and just do a slip stitch. And then I'm going to chain 2 again. Oops, I think I dropped one. And then I'm going to chain 2 again, and then continue on from there. So just doing a half double crochet in each stitch all the way around. And we're down to the last round, you guys. We're almost finished. So if you stuck with me this long, make sure you give me a like, because it lets me know that you like these type of videos. So that last round, we're going to switch colors back to our accent color. And then to join, we're just going to put our hook into the top of the chain 2 space. And then yarn over with your accent color and pull through both of those loops. And then you just want to pull this tight, pull that main color tight there. And then we're going to chain 2. And we're going to make like a little design on the end, like a little edging. So we're going to do half double crochets. So we're going to yarn over, and we're going to stick our hook into the space in between that last half double we did and the chain 2 space. So kind of like before that slip stitch you just did. So let's do that and do our half double. And then we're going to skip 2. So we're going to skip the chain 2 space here and this half double here and put our hook into this space here. So you're not actually just going under those 2 loops, you're actually going all the way in to this space here. See that little hole there? So go all the way under that top stitch. And this will create a cute little edging around our hat. And then you just skip 2 again and do the same thing. So make sure you go, I kind of like to go a little bit lower to make sure I'm underneath everything. So I'll go down here like this and do my half double and 2. So then you'll just keep going around like that. You're skipping 2 and then crocheting 2 half doubles into that space there. So skip 2 and crochet 2. So do that all the way around, and then we'll join at the end and finish off. And now that we completed that last row, we're just going to do a slip stitch in that top chain 2 space. Ooh, that's hard to say. And then I'm just going to chain 1 just so I can pull it tight. And then we're going to cut a tail of a few inches. And that way we can tuck it in. And then if you haven't cut this one yet, go ahead and cut that one off. Leave a few inches because I think we'll go back the other direction just to make it a little bit more secure. So cut it about here. And some people like to use a needle to thread this through. So if you're going to use a needle, you probably want to cut a little bit longer. But I just use my crochet hook because I find it easier. Because I don't even know where my needle is right now. So we are just going to use a crochet hook. So I'm just going to go in. I'll show you what I'm doing here. Go underneath a few of these crochet stitches, and these are a little bit looser here. Let's do these 2. Maybe. There we go. Then we're going to just pull that around the hook and then pull it through. There. Then it's a little bit more secure. So it's going this way underneath our stitches and then going back this way. And just cut it off there. And then we'll do the same thing for this one. We're going to go underneath some blue ones. And then we can go back through here, go back underneath this one. And there we go. And then we can cut this off. And that's it, guys. We are done. There is our hat. So if you enjoyed the tutorial, give me a thumbs up so I know you like the video, so I'll be making more of these. And feel free to leave a comment below. If you have any questions, let me know. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.